My name is Merrill, CEO of Mark Research. I'm a 35-plus year veteran of the research and insights community and the host of our podcast, On the Mark. Welcome to another Merrillism segment. Thanks, Mrs. Hartwell. More to follow on who she is. Today's Merrillism is one that goes back in time. For me, actually, decades. Yes, I said decades. Anyone who's worked with me or been around me a little bit knows that I'm pretty quick with numbers. Some would say lightning quick. Well, I believe I am. But that's not what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the story behind what I meant to share today. There I am, a goofy second grader in Juniper Hill Elementary School in Framingham, Massachusetts. I remember a number of friends I had at the time. Also at recess, we used to play kickball. And a few of us used to kick it far. And at that age, shocking, but it would roll into the woods, which I will admit now was a little scary to go and retrieve it. Reminder, guys, gals, I'm a second grader. Mrs. Hartwell was my teacher at the time, and she was a good teacher for me. And she needed to be a little bit different because my attention span back then was, well, let's just say, not good. I should have been on medicine, but back then, I don't think they had ADD medicine. I'm not sure it was a thing. During the course of an average school day, we would have subjects like English, geography, and of course, math. Well, Mrs. Hartwell always tried to make learning fun and did a great job with that. For geography, we did some really cool projects, while in math, she had this fun game with an even cooler prize every day to the first two winners. Okay, so let's put that aside for a minute. Speed up to anyone who knows who me is aware that I am competitive, check. Okay, very competitive, check, check. And definitely have a sweet tooth. Thanks, Mom, check. Now, when you combine those things, competition plus a sweet tooth, and I'm good at math, here's the game that we played when I was in second grade. The game was called Around the World. Perhaps you've heard of it, perhaps you've done it. Perhaps you remember it as a second grader as well. Basically, we had about 25 kids in my second grade class. And the first two kids on the left side would stand up and Miss Hartwell would show a flashcard. Let's say it was 9 times 4. The first one who said the correct answer, in this case, 36, would move on to the next person, while the other person would sit down. The way the game would end is the first two people who made it all the way back to their chair won around the world. But more important, got a chocolate cupcake or a chocolate chip cookie. Wow, I love those cupcakes. I love those cookies even more. And I had to have one every single day. And actually, I did. So today's Merrillism is, thank you, Mrs. Hartwell. You were a great teacher. And the greatest compliment I could give you is you were a positive influence in my life decades later. So I ask you, did you have a teacher who impacted your life? Do you or did you have little games with your kids now that help them learn? Thanks for listening to the On the Mark podcast. I hope you have a great day. My name is Merrill Dubrow. Stay well, be safe, and please, please stay in touch.